Hello students, welcome to OnlineTyari. Let's see today's daily news analysis. In the first news, we will see about United Nations Day, UN Day. Okay? United Nations Day highlights the enduring ideals of the charter. Which charter? United Nations Charter, which was entered into force 74 years ago. Okay? In 1971, the UN recommended that this day would be observed as a public holiday by member nations. Next year on this date, that is 2020 October 24th. Next year on this day, the UN completes its journey of 75 successful years. So, when was United Nations formed? It was formed in the year 1945. To mark the anniversary, UN has launched UN 75, 2020 and beyond, shaping our future together. UN 75 will undertake global opinion polling, internet analysis to collate robust, representative and comparative data. It will also collect video and audio recording samples with testimonials from people who have actually participated in illustrating people's views and ideas. Throughout the year, United Nations would hold meetings with nations and will invite them to participate in its collective action to realize development. So, what are the main objectives? To realize development, peace and human rights for all. Peace and human rights for all. Okay. From January 2020, the United Nations will hold dialogues around the world. UN ग्लोबल पब्लिक तक पहुंचने के यूनाइटेड नेशंस ग्लोबल पब्लिक तक पहुंचने का और उनको सुनने का प्रयत्न करेगा. So, why are international days celebrated or observed? International days are observed or celebrated for the purpose of educating the public on issues of concern, mobilizing political will and to address global problems and reinforce achievements of humanity. So, these are the reasons why there are so many international days which we learn about. Okay? So, United Nations, as I already said, came into force on 24th of October 1945. In the year 1948, the United Nations General Assembly declared 24th of October as the anniversary of United Nations. So, in 1948, October 24th, this was decided as United Nations Day, and it was decided that every year anniversary of United Nations will be observed. On October 24, 1945, there were 51 countries. So, originally there were 51 countries which came together to create the United Nations. As we already know, United Nations was formed as an aftermath of World War II with the purpose of promoting peace and cooperation around the world. So, that was the main objective of United Nations. What is it? It was to promote peace and cooperation around the world. Okay. So, that is about the first news. Please make a note, United Nations Day every year is observed on October 24th. Let us move on to the next news. In the next news, we will see upcoming 3 PSLV missions will carry 14 small foreign satellites. Okay. The PSLV, that is, I will write it down for you, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Okay. PSLV of Indian Space Research Organization, which is ISRO, has got new rights for 14 small spacecrafts from 4 international customers. They would be initially accommodated as minor secondary passengers on the next 3 PSLV flights. The ISRO will have one of its Earth observation satellite as the larger primary payload on each of the 3 PSLV flights. The payloads will launch on the PSLV C-47, C-48 and C-49. Please make a note of this. C-47, 48 and 49 missions that are scheduled to be launched in the months of November and December 2019 from where? Satish Dhawan Space Center. The abroad missions include Analytical Space, Spire, IQPS and Clio Space. Okay, I'll write that also down for you. Which are the missions which are going? They are Analytical Space, okay, Spire, and Clio Space. The spacecraft from Analytical Space mesh bed is due to ride on PSLV C-47 in the next month. This would aim at providing an antenna technology that will enable faster access to satellite data, which includes strategic communications, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance. By using the PSLV C-48, Japan's IQPS is actually testing a revolutionary 100 kg synthetic aperture radar microsatellite for all-weather 24/7 Earth observation. So, let us see what is PSLV. So, PSLV, which is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, is an expendable medium lift launch vehicle which is designed and operated by the ISRO. It is the third generation launch vehicle of India and the first Indian launch vehicle to be equipped with liquid stages. During the period of 1994 and 2017, the vehicle has launched 48 Indian satellites and 209 satellites for customers from abroad. Okay. So, that is about the second news. Let us see the third one. So, third one is about a massive galaxy which was found by astronomers. So, astronomers have found a massive galaxy that dates back to the early universe which lurks in cosmic dust clouds. This may open doors for discovering a new galaxy population type. Many researchers, including those from the University of Massachusetts in the US, are of the opinion that discovery would actually provide new insights into the first steps of some of the biggest galaxies in the universe. They have figured out that the galaxy is actually a massive monster with as many stars as our Milky Way. Okay, so, it has as many stars as our own galaxy Milky Way. But this was brimming with activity and forming new stars like 100 times the rate of our own galaxy. The researchers used Atacama Large Millimeter Array. Okay, this is the researchers have used this as telescope, which is a group of 66 radio telescopes. Which are located in the high mountains of Chile. Where is this located? ALMA is located in Chile. According to few of the researchers, the signal came from so far that it nearly took 12.5 billion years to actually reach the Earth. Okay, so, look at how far this galaxy is located. Okay, and that was when the universe was still in its infancy. This discovery may solve a long-standing puzzle in astronomy about how some of the biggest galaxies in the early universe appear to have grown and matured very quickly against the theoretical predictions. Okay. So, that is about the galaxy which was found by the astronomers. Let us see the next news. Next news we see about science and technology cooperation between India and USA. So, on 24th of October, that is today, the Union Cabinet approved the proposal for the agreement on science and technology cooperation between India and the USA. India and US share a good cooperation in terms of science. The space organizations of the country, that is ISRO of India and NASA of USA, have several information exchanging programs. Addition to it, the defense sector of both the countries are also cooperative in terms of technology transfer and safeguarding the Indo-Pacific region. So, first is in the field of space, second is in the field of defense. Therefore, this agreement will help to boost the existing cooperation between them. In this agreement, both the countries will share scientific and technical information and experts also. It would enable cooperation between the countries in training the scientists. So, this will be, the cooperation will be in training field and exchanging the information, okay, according to the requirement. They will conduct cooperative research projects. So, through this training and exchanging of info, they will conduct cooperative research projects. The countries will establish science and innovation based public-private partnerships. This agreement would boost the relations between the countries, which will broaden and expand relationships between extensive scientific and technological communities. So, that is about next this news. Before moving on to the next news, let me tell you a good news. We have come up with a Diwali offer of 35% off on Tyari Plus products. So, if you are looking to subscribe our product, please use this code Diwali35 when you are checking out. So, you will get 35% discount on the product which are offered by OnlineTyari. So, please do not wait, please subscribe to our products. Next is on World Polio Day. So, World Polio Day is observed every year on 24th of October. This day aims to raise awareness and resources to support the polio eradication effort. This day was established by International Rotary Club. Okay. This day was established by International Rotary Club. On this day, Rotarians and other partners reach out to leaders and communities to engage them in the effort through various fundraisers, events and social media campaigns to support a global polio eradication initiative. The very first polio vaccine was developed by Jonas Salk in 1950s. By Jonas Salk. Okay. He led the first team to develop a vaccine against poliomyelitis. So, this is also called, polio is also called polio okay. Albert Sabin discovered the use of this inactivated poliovirus vaccine and subsequent widespread use of the oral polio vaccine. His discovery led to the establishment of Global Polio Eradication Initiative. His discovery led to the establishment of the Global Polio Eradication Initiative. Let us see important points about polio. So, it is a disease caused by polio virus, and this virus affects the nervous system. As I already said, it is also called poliomyelitis, okay, which is written here for your reference. Children who are younger than 5 years contract the virus than any other age group of people. Polio virus spreads by means of food or water containing human feces and less commonly from infected saliva. Regardless of the type, polio virus targets the nervous system, causing paralysis within a few hours of exposure. The initial symptoms of the disease are fever, headache, fatigue, vomiting and stiffness in neck and limbs. So, this disease is actually preventable by help of polio vaccine. However, multiple doses are required for it to be effective. World Health Organization declared India to be polio free when in 2014. So, WHO has declared India to be polio free 3 years after the last case of wild polio was reported in 2011. So, the last case was reported in India in 2011, and in 2014 India was declared polio free by World Health Organization. So, that is about today's daily news analysis. I will be coming up with daily news analysis at the same time every day. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. We will meet you tomorrow. Till then, signing off, Anjali.